In this video, I'm going to show you how to safely self-pop your lower back. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, Dr. Rowe coming to you from SpineCare in St. Joseph, Michigan. In this video, we're going to go over easy exercises that may end in a satisfying self-pop, crack, or release in your lower back. All of these exercises work just a little bit differently. To get the best results, go through them all, use what works best for you. As a note, these are not chiropractic adjustments. They don't serve to replace chiropractic adjustments. Instead, these are simple mobility exercises that may end in a satisfying self-pop in your lower back. With that being said, let's get started. Here's a really good mobility exercise that you can do daily that may end in that satisfying self-pop, crack, or release in your lower back. I call this one the lunge and twist. We're going to start off in a lunging position on a floor with one knee down. Definitely make sure to put a pillow or towel underneath that knee for extra comfort. So once you're in this position, what we're going to do next is have our back nice and straight. Just have very good upright posture. We're going to take our hands, put them in a prayer position, and then put them on our chest. What you want to do during this exercise is to make sure not to tighten or brace your core muscles or the lower back. You want everything nice and relaxed. That way we can really stretch into it to help open it up. So from here, I'm going to then build into my lunge position. That is just taking my body weight forward as much as I can. The more that you go forward, the more that you should feel a deep opening stretch right here on the front of your thigh on the back leg. This is going to help open, I should say stretch, the hip flexors and the psoas muscle, big instigators of hip and lower back pain. So once we feel a deep but comfortable stretch, we're going to hold this and now take it to the next level by taking our elbow on the side of our front knee and just placing it right on the inside of our knee for a stable anchor point. Press into it with your upper body weight just like this, so your back should be slightly tilted. From here, what I'm going to do is slowly twist or turn through my lower back towards the other side. Do this nice and slowly. You really want to focus on the lower back to begin with, and if it is locked up as you do this, you might get that sudden pop, crack, or release that you are looking for, but do not try to force it. And if you feel any pain or discomfort, back off immediately. So when you can't go any further with the lower back, what you want to do from there is now try to turn your shoulders and head a little bit more to target the middle and upper back, even into the neck. I mean, you can get kind of a release all the way up into the upper back, and it usually feels really good. So really try to just turn that whole back as much as you can. When you can't go any further, you're going to hold this comfortably for 5 seconds. You're going to relax, and then on the next repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. I like to do this roughly for about 5 repetitions, but if it feels good, you can throw in as many repetitions as you like. And then from there, just switch sides and repeat to keep everything in balance. Here's an easy exercise that I call the broomstick twist and lean, because for this one, we need something long and sturdy. A broomstick works perfectly, but you can also use something like a PVC pipe, a cane. If you don't have any of those, go out in the yard, grab a big stick. It just needs to be wider than your shoulders. That way you can grab the 2 ends, put the stick behind your head, let it rest right on your shoulders and upper back. This one can be done standing or seated. Just make sure that you have very good upright posture. Have your back as straight as possible. You also want to focus on making sure not to tighten or brace your core muscles or the lower back. You want everything nice and relaxed. That way, as we do these movements, it's more likely that you can open up the back and get that self-pop that you're looking for. So the first part of this exercise is called the twist. Pretty straightforward. Just grab the 2 ends right here, and what you want to do is move through your lower back and twist or rotate towards one side. Doesn't matter what side, because we're going to do it on both. You just want to focus on moving through your lower back to begin with. Even with a little bit of a twist, you'd be pretty surprised that you can get a sudden pop, crack, or release in the lower back. But don't try to force it, just build into it, and if you do get that pop, keep building into it just a little bit more. We're trying to build mobility with this one. When you can't go any further with the lower back, then what you want to do is really focus on moving through your shoulder blades and your shoulders. So grab the 2 ends right here and really try to rotate that area also. And you may get some pops and cracks up there too. It usually feels pretty good. If you would like to intensify it more into the upper back and neck, turn your head towards that side also at the same time. When you can't go any further and you feel a deep but comfortable stretch through your whole back, we're now going to take this one to the next level by leaning or tilting down towards that side. So if we're rotating towards our left, we're now going to lean downward towards that side. It will help open up the back a little bit more, and you might get that pop that you are looking for. So go down as far as you can and then hold this comfortably for 5 seconds. You're going to relax, take a breather. On the next repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. Try to repeat this 5 times, but if it feels good, you can throw in as many repetitions as you like. But when you're done on one side, switch to the other and repeat to keep everything in balance. So one of the easiest and probably my favorite way to self-pop, crack, or release the lower back is with an exercise called the corkscrew. This one is best done at the edge of a bed. Really straightforward. We're just going to lie flat on our back like this. Whatever side is closest to the edge of that bed, what I'm going to do is just lower my leg down just like this. The other leg is then going to go bent at 90 degrees, knee up towards the ceiling. We want to take the hand that is closest to the edge of the bed and just grab right on the outside of our bent knee. The goal with this exercise is to pretty much turn through our waist and lower that knee downward towards the floor while keeping our upper back flat. So try to keep your shoulder blades flat on the bed. As you take this knee down, you're going to feel a deep opening stretch pretty much from your hips, pelvis into the lower back, but really focus on trying to feel it in the lower back. This one can become very deep very quickly, so you might get that sudden pop, crack, or release that you're looking for, and at that point you're good to go. But I like to build into this one as much as I can, hold this comfortably, and now take it to the next level by taking my arm on the other side, putting it straight up towards the ceiling, and now trying to turn and rotate through my shoulder blades towards the other side. So I'm taking my shoulders and my head towards the other side. That's what gives this that corkscrew effect. And again, this is going to be a deep opening stretch in the lower back. I like to hold this one comfortably for 20 seconds. I just relax, and then I repeat this 3 to 5 times. And with each repetition, try to build into it just a little bit more. And I do recommend doing this on both sides to keep everything in balance. So if you feel like your lower back is still pretty tight and it doesn't want to release, you can add a little bit more of a passive stretch in there to hopefully open it up just a little bit more. So let me switch over towards the other side so you can see this. So what I'm going to do is get into my original position like this. We're going to pull that knee over as much as we can until we feel that really deep stretch in the lower back. But I'm going to take the meaty portion of my palm on the other side, and I'm going to pretty much put it right over what is known as the sacroiliac joint. So if you go right over the belt line and you go down and over just a little bit, kind of like cupping the cheek right here, you're going to press right over the sacrum. So that's our contact point. Just press in there a little bit, not to the point where it's causing discomfort. And what you're going to do with this hand is also press into it. So we're pulling down on our knee, pressing at the same time. And what this will do is just open up the back just a little bit. Ooh, I don't know if you just heard it over the microphone. I got a pretty good pop right there. But you just want to press into it just a little bit to get that passive stretch. Do not try to force the pop. If it goes, it will go. We're just looking for a deep, comfortable stretch. I like to hold this one again for 20 seconds, relax, and you can repeat this a couple more times. The nice thing is, from there, we can also target a little bit more into the upper back. So instead of just going right over the sacrum, go up towards the belt line and repeat, and also work your way up into the lower back. Don't go directly over the spine, just go over the muscle off to the side. So I'm going a little bit off to my left side right here and then repeating. You'll probably find that one certain spot, like let's say right here for me, is just pinpointing the most amount of tightness, achiness. Maybe that's where you're having a lot of pain. At that point, I would stop over it and just throw in a couple more repetitions and just repeat on both sides to keep everything in balance. Here's an easy way to self-pop your lower back using a foam roller. I'm going to be using a high-density 24-inch foam roller. They're pretty easy to find. You can find them at any local sporting goods department. If you would like to get one online, I will leave a link in this video's comments section and description. Great investment. You can pretty much use it across the whole body for muscle pain relief. So let's get into position. I'm going to start off on a floor and do what is known as a bridge to begin with. So my knees are going to be bent, feet flat, what I'm going to do is just slowly lift my hips upward towards the ceiling until I have it raised high enough where I can slide that foam roller right underneath my lower back. I like to start right around the belt line area, right at the lower part of the lower back. From there, I'm going to slowly lower my body weight using my legs over that foam roller. You want to go very slowly with this one. As you press down into the foam roller, what you're going to feel is a deep opening stretch over the curve of the lower back. It helps put it into extension. Generally feels really, really good, but don't go to the point of pain or discomfort. If that's the case, raise up a little bit. We only want just a deep, comfortable stretch. Once you feel that, you're then going to hold this position for 20 to 30 seconds and do nice, slow, controlled breathing. Allow the core, lower back, the glutes, and the legs all to relax. You don't want to tighten anything. And if it is locked up, you might get that sudden pop, crack, or release that you are looking for. What we're going to do from there is raise up and then slowly take the foam roller up a little bit and then repeat. So we're going to do this pretty much over and over again, going from the lower part of the lower back all the way up to the upper part. You're probably going to find that one certain spot just hits it the best. It's like the pinpoint spot of tightness or achiness. At that point, spend more time in that position until you finally feel that it is loosened up. If it feels like it's still really tight and achy and it doesn't want to release, this is how you can take it to the next level. Let's take our foam roller and put it right over that spot that needs the most amount of attention. We're now going to press down into it with our body weight until we feel that deep but comfortable stretch. And now we're going to do what is known as a pelvic tilt. So you're going to rock your hips forward and backward like this. The first part, kind of like take your belly button like this and tuck it upwards. The nice part is you're going to feel that foam roller now glide over the lower back over that spot. It gives a really good self-massage, and again, it usually feels pretty good. I like to do this for about 5 times and then see how it feels. If it needs more repetitions, keep throwing them in. But you can then switch over different spots and repeat over the whole lower back. Another way to really take this one to the next level is to do what is known as a sacral roll. So what I'm going to do this time around is take my foam roller and place it below my belt line area right over the sacrum and the pelvis. From there, I'm going to take my hands, grip off to the side of the foam roller if it is long enough. If it's not, just take your hands, put them off to your side like this for support. You're going to bend your knees at 90 degrees and then put your legs together. We're going to do a motion kind of like a windshield wiper. So I'm going to keep my upper back flat, including my shoulder blades, and I'm going to move through my lower back, and I'm going to take my knees downward towards the floor as much as I can. As you do this, you're going to feel a deep opening stretch in the lower back, and you might get that sudden pop, but don't try to force anything. Go down as far as you can comfortably. Hold this for 5 seconds. What you're going to do is then repeat on the other side, again like a windshield wiper. I like to do this 5 times in both directions, and with each repetition, build into it just a little bit more. If the exercises help, please support the channel by giving this video a like and maybe subscribing too. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching.